Welcome. Welcome to the greatest show in Minneapolis. Yes, I shaved. Yes, I look like a baby face butt monkey. Yeah, I look like a joke. But I shaved the beard because I shaved the beard. I just sometimes I'm just like I need to get this shit shaved. I don't know what it is. It's just sometimes I just have this overwhelming urge just to start over, and my scruff grows back pretty damn quick, so I'm not too worried about it. You can watch this with me, too. We can watch it all grow back over time because that's the kind of guy I am. You know, the scruff manly. I mean, I'm covered in hair anyway, so it's what you expect. So we got a fun show for you. We got a lot of shitty shit, actually. A lot of bad stuff. We got Kanye being pretty much a hateful person. We got Keemstar being a hateful person. Ethan Klein just can't get over. He's upset. I'd be upset too. You know, people say something really, really unfair and racist against you, and all of a sudden you're the bad guy. Like that pissed me off too. So, but to start off with a fun thing. Candy review. This is called Jubes. I was just we're talking about Jews and there's just Jubes here. That was not. I didn't think about that, but now let's talk about Jews and Jubes. So this is a coconut gel with grape flavoring. So it says right here, Jubes coconut gel, nada de coco. It's a fibrous, cholesterol-free, and delicious dessert. Spend hours of fun munching these chewy, juicy cubes, or mix it with cocktails and other desserts to make your very own treats. If I could read, this grape flavored jube is for those who favor gentle and refreshing taste, and it's ready to eat. Honestly, if you shake it, cause it's like jelly, it feels kind of weird. It reminds me of those little tube things, you know, those little with the liquid in it, and they're just kind of hard to hold because they keep rolling in on themselves. Well, I gotta look that up. I looked this up a long time ago. Like, it's now I'm thinking about it. Now I have to show you. All right, sleep toys are rolling in on themselves. The water wiggler, yeah, this shit right here. These things. Remember these things? They probably still make these, but probably not. Because I remember going to school all the time, and every school or daycare or whatever, they always have these. And best sex toys for men. I don't think it's the kind of sleeve I'm talking about, Google, but thank you. I mean, I'm gonna be fair. Now thinking about it, I mean, you know, doing the nasty with those things probably wouldn't be the worst feeling in the world, you know? So, I mean, who knows? So, Jubes. What's in this thing? Nutritional facts. It's best before December 16th, 2022, which is good because I got this about a week and a half ago. Quality and trust, made of selected coconut water. There is nothing. It's a good candy because there's nothing of nutritional value here. This is just terrible for me, so therefore it might be good. All right, time to open up the Jubes. It's like, what the fuck is with this candy lately and being so hard to open? It smells good though. It smells like an icy at least, but I can't open the damn. Getting the scissors. I'm getting the scissors. I did not think I need to get scissors for this. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And since I don't want to go digging through the cabinets for scissors, I'm using meat scissors because that's how we do it in America, baby. Alright, there's a lot of you knife enthusiasts crying right now. What are you doing, you monster? And yeah, I know, I feel sick doing this too, but it's just the nature of the beast. Alright. I get a better smell. It's oh, this feels weird. So the water inside is just like water. It's not like slime or something like I expected. But I'm touching the jube itself, it's like firm but squishy. I could squeeze it and juice comes out a little bit, kind of like a grate. It's tough and it's like kind of chewy. It's kind of like steak fat. That's the texture I'm getting, kind of. But it's actually pretty good. This is actually pretty good. This is nice from the turkey leg for sure. I mean, it's not as good as a curly whirly, but way better than that turkey leg gummy thing. That was I can't believe that whole thing for that podcast. Just that was miserable. With Jubes, everyone. Jubes are good. All right. Yeah. Hold on. I get another applause for Jubes. Give me some of that applause, baby. Yeah. Once again, obviously I don't have the sound guy with me. Travis isn't here. Because Travis is out doing school stuff and taking care of himself. Which is fine. You know, you gotta do school stuff. You gotta do what's important. So before we get into the crazy things, I want to do an ungamed card because I feel like doing it a bit early today. Just to change things up. What is something you believe about love? Oh, god damn it. I really should start reading this before going on air because these put me on the spot. Some of these are thinkers. So what's something I believe about love? Well, there's a lot of things you can say. A lot of people say love is temporary. And I think the best... Well, I think that can be true. I think that's like the hardcore love I'm looking for. I think most of us looking for is just kind of permanent. Once again, the problem with me right now is I wouldn't mind coming across, nice someone to be with. But between this podcast, the band I'm in, work now, and doing just multiple other things, I just don't, and money too. It costs money to go out. It's just a lot of things going on that take time that I don't have. I'm busy right now working on what I want to work on. I'm having fun doing what I want to do. But if someone comes along and like, yeah, you're pretty cool, so let's do it. I'll be down. I mean, I already know a couple people I'd be into, but they're not just back, which is fine. They're still my homies though. I'll still spend time with them. I'll be their friend. And I'm not one of those dudes who's like, I'm gonna hang out with you and maybe you'll like me. No, like no, it's definite no. And they already know if they change their mind at any time, they could just say something like, okay, cool, let's do it. But I'm not gonna push them into it. I'm gonna try to drink this. Oh, that's good to drink too. What'd be kind of smart is if they, those Capri Suns, if they got like, because you have to clip this off, but imagine like, you get a straw, you get to poke through it, and you get to drink this first. That's what they should do. And then when you're done drinking all the water, then you don't have to dig into the water, get your finger sticky to get to the jubes. That's what they should do. That's what would put this over the edge. I gotta be careful to drink this. That's not to spill, because I already got some juice all over my desk. I mean, granted, that's normal. I mean, you should see my fucking browser history, but still, it's this is some pretty good juice to drink up. So, what's something I believe about love? That's a good question. So, I think it's not as obtainable as a lot of people have it. I know there are people who are lucky who find it really young. Like my cousins, for example, they're married, and I hope they're really happy, and I want that for them, 100%. They all stick it through the relationships too, the marriages, till they die. Which sounds morbid, but it's not. That makes me happy. That makes me very happy, and that's what I want. I want people to be happy with each other. And of course, another hot take is divorce is always a good thing. Now, I'm not saying you're happily married, just get a divorce. No, obviously that's stupid. That's beyond stupid. No, what I'm saying is, when I was young, my parents got divorced, and I think it was the best decision they could have made for us kids. Look, if you're not in a happy relationship, don't be together. Your kids know. People know, and if they don't, well, no one's winning, all right? No one's winning. No one's to hear you fight. You know, just if you're not compatible anymore, just divorce. That's what it's there for. And it sucks. I know people don't believe in divorce. I don't want to believe in divorce, but I think it's an important option to have. Otherwise, what, you're gonna be unhappy for the rest of your life because of some arbitrary rule? I mean, hell. I mean, let's be fair. Marriage is kind of arbitrary in itself. Because I've asked the question when I was younger. It was like, what's marriage? What is it? Okay, you can be bonded. What can you do differently married as single besides like tax stuff? Nothing. It's just legally together, I guess. So really, it's honestly, marriage doesn't really mean that much. Granted, I would have liked to be married, but I will acknowledge it really doesn't mean all that much. I mean, we gotta be honest here, and I'm happy for the people who are happily married, and I will never want to take that away from them. Unless you're like one of those creepy dudes who's like 60 and you somehow manage to like marry a 12-year-old or some shit. Yeah, that stuff happens, man. It happens. I mean, okay. I mean, fuck. I recently got into watching on YouTube. There's clips of like of House. You know the show House, medical not documentary, the medical drama show. I'm trying to remember the actual term people use. The whatever. So in that show, there's an episode where this priest who's like in his 50s marries a 14-year-old, and he desperately wants to get pregnant. And I'm like, I forgot that's a thing in some places. And no, I hope your marriage fails, because that's to me to what it looks like to me is it's predatory as fuck. And it's just evil, especially when they're that young. Like, they really don't have the right to consent. Like, let's be honest here. They don't know what they're getting themselves into. Especially for 50, dude. Like, get with someone at least your own age, you know? God. I mean, what are you, James Charles? So, yeah, so I think I answered that question pretty damn good. Alright, so I want to get to the meat. Let's get to the juicy part, alright? So Kanye West said a lot of horrible anti-Semitic things. I watched many clips, and I will not repeat what he said on here, because that shit's getting taken down, if it hasn't already. I don't approve of what he said, and I just don't want to hear it again. I don't. So here's the rundown. Not Keemstar. Kanye is pretty much going around telling people Jews are the problem with everything. In a nutshell. He said a lot more to it, but I don't want to get into it. I heard what he said. Actually, I was making food with my roommate, and we were listening to this, and I had to stop and look. Like, there's no way he said that. So, Kanye... No, sorry. He's ye now. Could you imagine that? Like, you think you're like, bro, I'm a genius, I'm an icon. I'm calling myself ye. Ye. Like, we know he's crazy, right? But, like, the concept of ye? Like, what? Is he, like, biblically, like, adherent or something? Ye shall obey Kanye West. Ye. It's fun to say ye with a lot of bass. Say ye with a lot of bass in your voice. It's kind of fun. Ye. Is that how he wants his fans to talk? Bro, just hear about ye. Dude, that new Ye album was really good. He talked about ye a lot. Oh my god. That's so stupid. Why would you do that? So, this comes half the trail of him walking around wearing a White Lives Matter t-shirt. Which I thought, okay, what's the message here? Because for those who still don't quite get it, the Black Lives Matter shirt means Black Lives Matter, obviously. But people keep saying, people still be like, well, all lives matter. Yeah, we know that. People on Black Lives Matter and that movement, they know that too. We all know that. But the point is, we keep treating them like they don't. And that's the whole point. Yes, we know all lives matter, but we keep ignoring Black lives. That's why it became a thing. Like, I don't know why I have to explain this to people, but apparently I do. So, white people, apparently we're the ones getting, constantly racially profiled and murdered, I guess, according to Kanye, if that's what he's implying. Fucking. So, yeah. I mean, I've had no problems with police. So, I don't, but I'm probably oppressed because I'm white, right, Kanye? So, I don't know what the fuck. So, after saying all this Semitic shit, he's dropped by Adidas, who makes I think they make his Yeezys. They're like, yeah, no more, you're done, buddy. And, of course, he took to it. Actually, I got an article right here. This is the wrong one. So, it's immediate effect. They do not tolerate anti-Semitism and any other sort of hate speech. And said his recent comments were unacceptable, hateful, and dangerous. And 100%. He has a lot of influence. A lot of people will follow him to the T. And the more you put out this hate speech, the more people begin to normalize it and think, yeah, I think it's okay. This Jews are the problem. And people will start coming out against them. And the next thing you know, it's going to be other people too. Because when the problem with the whole Nazi thing is that it didn't really... The question was, when is it going to stop anyway too? Because it's blacks, the Jews, then it would probably be the Mexicans, and then it's going to be certain people, even of different white people too. Just when will it end? And was the whole problem with that whole spiel. It's just a very dangerous thing to put out there and to try to normalize it. So I'm very happy with Adidas because I think people need to make a really hard stand against this. And sales and production of his Yeezy branded products have stopped, as well as payments to payments to Yee. God. When I think of payments to Yee, the Bible, Yee means you. So, payments to me. All right. Well, Adidas, you should still give me those. Kanye, you should still give me those Yeezy payments since they're for Yee, and me. God, it's so fucking stupid. I can't get over. I'm gonna call myself Yee. So Adidas is going to take a $246 million hit to its fourth quarter sales, which is actually impressive. That's not a corporate greed at all. They could have just been like, we're going to finish this off and then we're done. They're just like, no. And I'm really, really, really happy with that they're going to do that. Because in the long run, this will be better, I think, because if they stuck with it, people will be like, Adidas, what the fuck? Why are you helping this pretty much Jew hater fucking, money? Like, I know you're making money too, but like, would you really want to be associated with that? He also got kicked from the Gap. No, it's funny. He said he was left no choice but to terminate their collaboration, alleging the company to open branded Yeezy stores to distribute merchandise as planned. I don't think there's that much Yeezy to sell. You know what I mean? It's like, do you need a full store to sell like Yeezy? Is that really that popular? I know it's popular, but is it popular enough? On top of that, I had no choice but terminate the collaboration as these allegations come down, as he says this hateful stuff. Also, no. It was me. It's like the whole breaking up thing. Like, no, I broke up with her. She didn't break up with me. I broke up with her. And you just look pathetic. That's what this is. Hold on. There's
The thing about it, me and Adidas, is like, I could literally say anti-Semitic shit and they can't drop me. I could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me. Now what? Now
I can say anti-Semitic things and they can't drop me. They won't drop me. It reminds me. I need the fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm song or the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia song to go along with that. They will not drop me in the title card. Adidas drops Yee. This dude is a clown. Oh my god. So Instagram has deleted some of his posts that were probably anti-Semitic ones. And he has restrictions placed on his account, which really I'm not sure what that means. I'm not on Instagram ever, so I don't really know what that means. But after he made a return to Twitter after nearly 2 years away from social media platform, that didn't last long either. Was this an all-round? No, this is recent. Okay, I don't know if that was. This was a confusing line. Twitter. Okay, yep, they locked his account after his anti-Semitic tweet, which once again I don't want to talk about this tweet. I don't want to put this in the air because I don't want it normalized because it's messed up. Since the tweet was removed, West said he was going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. And also, you guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who opposes your agenda. Without specifying what group he's addressing. Oh my god. I can't. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't even know what to say about this. The of all people, I knew Kanye was crazy. I thought we all know he's a jackass. I mean, even his fans know he's a jackass. But do we ever think he's gonna ever see this tweet going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people after making constant Why do you hate Jewish people, Kanye? What the fuck? Did you talk to the KKK? Did you read fucking Mein Kampf or something? Be like, oh yeah, it's the Jews. It just makes me sick. It bothers me, man. Balenciaga fucking dumped his ass. Yeah, the Yeezy Gap. So yeah, Kanye's being just pretty much just deleted off the internet, as I think he should be. And people suspect because whenever he does something crazy, he has a new album coming up. But I looked this up earlier. I don't know where I found it, but apparently his album sales and his streaming has dropped significantly. There was a graph I saw, I don't know if it was accurate, but just kind of had the lines doing a sharp dip down. Well, honestly, I don't think they're going to stay super far down for, because normally after a while, people did all outrage and they forget and they keep going. I mean, hopefully, until this motherfucker apologizes or something, I hope it keeps going down. All right? I hope he's got to realize there's a consequence to his actions because, remember, not too long ago was a really weird Pete Davidson thing, because fuck Pete Davidson, but that weird thing. And he was leaving threats and whatever he wanted and getting away with it. And I think at some point, I think this dude was never spanked as a kid. That's what I'm getting. He never had his ass whooped. He was always allowed to do what he wanted to do. So he just kind of thought he's invincible. I can't. So it's. I hope. I don't want him to get physically hurt, of course. I mean, if he does, I get it, but. He needs a fucking wake up call and be like, dude, he needs someone to go talk to him, someone close, big dude. This is not what the hell. He needs help. This man is mentally ill. Mentally ill. Now, he's not the only one who said anti-Semitic things. I mean, so Ethan Klein of the A3 podcast has made a statement. He was outraged, as he should be, because if you don't know, Ethan Klein is Jewish. And so he did make some remarks that probably pushed the line. I don't think they did, but I'm not probably not the majority opinion. But the other cats are freaking out over there. Yes, sorry about that. It sounds like we live in a fucking pound with how much they're howling at me. So anyway, so I would be outraged too. So he started making statements like, "Hey, maybe we should like talk about Ben Shapiro. Like, maybe we should, if we're gonna gas Ben, you should be the first to get gassed. Because Ben was, if I'm correct, I think it was that Ben was supporting what Kanye West was saying." Once again, clearly fucked up. So what happened was Ethan did get suspended from YouTube. He's back down. This is his first strike after a while, because after a while your strikes reset. So he's done it now for a while. He'll be back. But there's someone from the deep dark corners of the internet, human piece of shit. I mean, most people know this guy's a human piece of shit. This guy's accused of innocent people of being a pedophile. Admitted that he just made it up. And they refused to tell anyone. Refused to make it clear. He goes out of his way to make up shit. He talks about how canceling people is so wrong, but constantly tries to cancel people. We're talking about the piece of shit Keemstar. So, as you can see, Keemstar has had a campaign against Ethan for a while, and they'll slap back at each other, but normally Keemstar's the first one to throw a slap. So Keemstar's trying to tell people, like, Ethan should be the last person talking about, stop hating Jews. Now, he made a little video, which I'll show you in a little bit. He made a little video because at one point he said, you know what, I'll let the video explain itself. If this ever opens.
Ethan Klein, once again, trying to spin a narrative that Keemstar is anti-Semitic. Now, the reason why is because Kanye's in the news for his anti-Semitic tweets, so he wants to latch on to that. I battled this out with him on Twitter 2 years ago when the Wall Street Journal was bringing this up, where there is a stream clip of me saying death to all Jews. Now, obviously, at face value, very anti-Semitic. Mm-hmm. Horrible fucking thing to say. So why did I say that? Because there was a 2017 incident where PewDiePie...
By the way, notice how he's talking? It kind of sounds like he's trying to remember the story he made up. Just as he's talking, just listen to the pauses and stuff, and you kind of get. I can't for sure say so, right? But it kind of sounds like he's like. I mean, well, what happened was
challenged somebody on Fiverr or paid somebody on Fiverr $5 to hold a sign that said "death."
Hold on, wait a minute, hold on. Keemstar, not that interesting. I'm more interested. What are you watching on TV? What is that? You see that? What is he watching?
To hold a sign that said "death to all Jews." Now, was he being anti-Semitic? No. The joke was...
being paid to say death to all Jews is... I hate to break it to you, but... kind of anti-Semitic. Like, once again, this is about not spewing and normalizing hatred, but... keep going,
I'm going to say something outlandish and wrong and put it on a sign and see if they'll hold it up for $5, and they did, all right? Now, many people think he crossed the line for that, whatever. But anyhow, that was the story going on at the time. Me and Ethan were fighting about...
So that's a story, right? $5 for a guy to hold up a sign. All right.
Something. And so, jokingly, I said, oh, everyone tweet at Ethan, death to all Jews, referencing the PewDiePie thing. Not one single one of my fans tweeted that at him.
I have evidence that they did.
At the time.
But
you can check looking at Twitter. The Wall Street Journal was going to write an article on it, and they didn't because when they looked into it, they understood that I was memeing the PewDiePie thing.
Interesting. Interesting that you just happen to know that the Wall Street Journal is going to write an article, but they decided they didn't. Isn't it funny how like some people are like, well, this is going to happen, but they didn't. And they didn't tell me, but I just know. It's interesting, isn't it? It kind of sounds like he's lying, as he's been known to do.
Had nothing to do with any anti-Semitic bullshit. Because I'm not anti-Semitic. I don't have any hatred towards any Jewish people. Well, I mean, I hate one Jewish person named Ethan Klein, but not all Jews, just him. He's the only one I fucking hate.
Yeah, so... Okay. So we kind of get into the whole thing here. He's like, yeah, no. Because there's plenty of proof he said other things.
So you tried this 3 years ago. I responded on Twitter, and then you shut up because you took everything out of context, and you're being a fucking liar. And
no, you can't say that because Ethan has still brought this up multiple times. Even on his podcast, he's brought it up. And you're like, no, he hasn't talked about it since. Yeah, he has. And you can't say shit about it. Now the eyes are on you. Now you just come. Now the story comes. Now the defense comes out, huh?
manipulator, like always. And now you're doing it again. Shut up. I'm not anti-Semitic. Here's the other thing, Ethan. When your wife was getting a bunch of anti-Semitic bullshit, I fucking defended her on Twitter for that too. That's another thing. What? Fuck off. Just fuck off, Klein.
So, all right. So we have the his side of the story. Let's see what Ethan has to say. This is the video that was
everybody
mentioned.
Tweet at fucking H3H3 death to all Jews.
Now, the funny thing is, it's funny it says nobody responded would have done that. None of his fans did that, but doubt. Not when you have as many people watching as you do. Someone's gonna do it if they think you're joking. And it's funny. I wish each of them show more, but it's funny. Like, death to all Jews. So let's see. Retweet if you're not wrong one. New Antisemetic. By the way, this is the Travis cam. That's what this is. I just moved up here. I just got through up here for now to see what would happen. It was, I gotta start streaming, so didn't fix it. Anyway, new drama alert. 15 minutes. Retweet if you're Nazi. Yeah, it's a joke, but like, dude, like stop. And so Ethan pointed this out too. Because of Kanye's and what he's been saying, this shit has been going on. This whole Kanye's right about the Jews, honk if you know. I don't know what this stands for. GOYIM, TV.TV. Goyim? I don't know. But you can see right here, there's a lot of Nazis who just kind of came out of the woodwork. Good job. Yeah, spread that hatred, because that's what you need to protect. That's the kind of people you want in this nation, right? Like total in trouble. And it's funny, because the last podcast I did, I talked about fucking Trump lying to people and constantly, and he's done a lot of heinous things too. And yeah. The point is, I'm not gonna stand there and be like all everyone on the right side is like this, because clearly they're not. But these are the kind of people these politicians are reaching out to. This is why, because Kanye wants to be on that side, and that's why he said the shit he said. It should not be tolerated at all. It should not be tolerated at all, and yet we keep letting it happen. And it's getting to a point where more and more I've been seeing a lot more hate speech, a lot more racism, hatred going around. I'm kind of scared that Nazism's back on the rise. I'm seeing it more and more. There's been shootings happening involving Nazism. It's getting out of control. And we have pieces of shit who keep normalizing this. I can't tell you how frustrated I am with it. It kind of burns. It fucking burns, dude. I don't want this for the country. I don't want this for anybody, man. Hold on, I'm gonna check because I don't have my comments up. Can't see if someone's chatting with me. Okay. Okay, but yeah, I don't even know anymore, man. I don't even know. So, for those who don't know, do you guys heard of Casey Neistat? He's a big YouTuber, big vlogger. I think he has 12 point something million subs. He's a big important dude. He's a nice guy. He responded to this. It's kind of heartbreaking because once again, this dude is like a super nice guy.
I miss the old Kanye, the straight from the go Kanye, the chop up the soul Kanye, the set on his goals Kanye. I hate this new Kanye, the bad mood Kanye, the always rude Kanye.
By the way, this is a fantastic opening to a video. I knew of Casey, but I've never been like a fan. But the way he opens up this video is pretty fire, really.
Kanye, the spaz in the news Kanye, the racist anti-Semite Kanye. I hate that I have to make this video. I don't want to make this video. I want to make another fun, goofy little video about how much I love New York City. But I open up Twitter and every other tweet is about Adidas dropping Kanye. I open up Instagram and every post is someone saying, I stand with my Jewish friends. So when I'm on my run this morning, my dark, cold, rainy run, my time, it's a time of the day when I'm thinking, I'm incubating ideas. It's when I come up with all of my on the fact metrics, anti-Semitism, that is the hostility towards all Jewish people, is on the rise. And Kanye West, one of the biggest stars on the planet, is doing his part to fan the flames of hatred towards an entire group of people.
It's heartbreaking, isn't it?
Okay, look, this is me. This is me here on... This is me on my wedding day. This is my nice Jewish bride. This is me. And this little pink, funny little hat right here, that is called a kippah.
Kippah. So it goes on about talking about his brother and stuff. I'm going to try to get to the juicy bits.
A little brother, a Jewish guy like me, wear a kippah at my wedding. Why does a Jewish guy like my little brother wear one even when he's at war? The truth is, I don't know. I had actually looked that up on...
His whole point is... You can get his point.
On Wikipedia, it has something to do with, like, honoring God by having something betwing you and God. I don't know. The reason why I don't know...
So he's talking about his Jewish heritage, and because he's... Imagine being a fan of somebody, like... Let's say if you're black, right? And you really like some... Instead of M&M's, let's call them Skittles, right? And Skittles goes around and says, very racist things against black people. And he's your favorite. You look up to him, right? You love... You acknowledge what he did for music, and you're really... It's just heartbreaking, dude. It is, because it's just fucking... I'm just so sick of this hatred shit, man. I'm sick of seeing it everywhere I go. I'm just trying to have a good time. Look, Vibebox, we're here to have a good time. We are here to have a good time, have fun, but sometimes there are things that need to be discussed, all right? We need to talk about anti-Semitism. We need to talk about racism if it comes up, and it needs to be put out there more that this isn't okay. It needs to be put out there more that these people, you Nazis, are misinformed. Trust me, I've been around Jewish people, I've been around black people, people of different ethnicities my entire life. They're fine. It might be crazy. You might think I'm lying, but no, they're fine. except for that one dude. But fuck that one dude. That dude's an asshole, man. What's his name? Daryl? No, it was the D. Damien? Yeah, Damien's a dick. Fuck that guy. Yeah, going around fucking treating women like shit and trying to fucking roofie them. Fuck him. But besides, that's not because he's black. It's just he's a piece of shit. But no, like, there's shitty white people too, obviously. My point is, I just trust me. They're fine. They're not. There is no secret Asian or black or Mexican or hell, even us white people. Maybe you do, but I'm not. To my knowledge, there's no white meeting where every white person comes together to try to dominate the other races. Like, to me, that's not happening. It's not happening. Besides maybe the KKK and the Nazis, but whatever. My point is, you're the only ones doing it, man. I want to just try and be happy and live their lives. What the fuck? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm upset by this. I want to talk about this because I'm upset. Casey's upset because if Casey's upset, I'm upset.
I only went to shul. Shul is what you call Jewish church. I only went to shul when I was a kid, like once a year with my nana because I wanted to skip school, and it was a great excuse. But none of that makes me any less Jewish, and that's because Judaism is an ethno-religion. And what that means is, for most Jewish people, you're born Jewish. And you don't get to choose whether you're Jewish any more than a black person chooses whether they're black. And while my feelings about religion are undefined, I'm immensely proud of my Jewish background and heritage.
I'm happy for you, Casey. I'm so happy for you. 100% in my heart, I'm happy for you. Because this shit
for
is...
Ye to spew that kind of hatred, it doesn't matter if it's anti-Semitism or old-fashioned racism, like the time he said slavery was a choice, or when he said Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. He said those things.
I forgot who said that. I don't understand. I gotta learn the context of that whole slavery was a choice, and because what the fuck does that mean? What, like somebody just wake up one day and say, yeah, I know, I want to be owned by somebody. I want to work and be treated horribly for the rest of my life and be used as a tool and an object for the rest of my life. That's what my choice is. I want to know where the fuck he got that idea. But at the same time, I don't care enough. I don't want to know his context because we all know it's wrong. It's not okay. And so...
He said those things with a camera in his face. Or whatever other, like, white supremacist garbage he was going on and on about in these interviews that are now going viral all over the internet. It's all the same. Mm-hmm. It's all hate speech. And what that kind of hate speech does, when communicated by someone of his stature, with his bully pulpit, it tells other people of compromised integrity, not people like you or me, people who are harboring prejudiceness of their own. It gives them permission to also get out there and spread hate. That's why it's called the dog whistle. Is because to good people like us, I hear ignorance, I hear stupidity, I hear hate by a guy who has mental health issues. But to others, those dangerous, hateful people in the margins, what they hear is something very different. To them, it's permission to get out there and throw a banner over the 405 freeway in Los Angeles that says Kanye is right.
Yeah, you can just watch the rest of the video if you want, but what he says is pretty powerful. He says it's powerful, and I would 100% recommend it. Casey Neistat. All right. I should put this video in the description below. I should, if I remember to do it. I probably won't remember. So, honest, I'm getting mad. Let's step away from this. Let's move on to something a bit more fun, okay? let's end this with something good and like these jubes. Dude, these jubes are fantastic. I've been munching on these. Oh my god, too much long. I just realized the package is like a little monster. Nom nom nom. Isn't that great? It's fucking awesome. So, most people know that I know astrology is bullshit. Because it's been proven bullshit, and astrologists have their own compromising knowledge. That's bullshit. For example, Mercury's in retrograde. I know it's because I watch Star Talk. Who's Neil deGrasse Tyson? So I've had someone tell me, what does Neil deGrasse Tyson know? He's just an astrophysicist who knows about physics and stars. He only has like a PhD in this shit. What do you have? What Miss Pildred said in kindergarten that you vaguely remember? Alright, so let me explain what one of the things that pisses me off. Alright, I'm going to use this for an example. I have a Korn CD from ancient times. See on the other side. This is actually pretty good album. A lot of people got into Korn with this album. I didn't mean it to mic. Alright, so Mercury in retrograde. Let me explain this really quick. So this is before we knew planets revolved around the sun. This is before we knew this. And so what happened is astronomers would look up into the night sky and they could watch Mercury, for example. Tell them it looks like it goes one way, it stops, and goes another way. So it's going in retrograde. Now Mercury is the fast moving planet around the sun, named after the god of speed, I believe. So the quickest god, I guess. So that's what it's named after. Is it Mercury? Yeah, it is Mercury. So they thought it was going back and forth. What was really happening now that in modern science, for like 3,000 years, maybe longer, we now know that the planets revolve around the sun. So it would cause a planet to go back and forth. That's perspective, because we can't see the bigger picture. Now let's say this is the galaxy, right? Right here in the middle, this little donut-shaped hole, this little lick hole here. That's what I call CD holes, lick holes. Let's say this is where the sun is, right? And out here, all the planets rotate it because they rotate on a disc-like, orbits disc-like. So if I hold it out to you like this, all right, you can barely see that line, right? You can barely see that line of the CD. So let's say my finger here is Mercury, right? To them, it looks going back and forth, but what it's really doing is this is really hard to do cross my fingers, but what it's really doing is it's going around. So it appears to be going left to right, but it's just going around. So the point is, with modern science, those die-hard astrologists, I don't mean to alienate you, but I make fun of you. It's stupid. It makes zero sense for Mercury's in retrograde as an excuse. Don't let it be. I've seen people use it as an excuse to be shitty fucking people. They wake up, I'm being asshole in it because Mercury's in retrograde. Retrograde does not exist in Mercury. You don't know what it means. It doesn't mean anything because it never was a thing. It's like saying, man, I'm going to be an asshole today because of Tooth Fairy. Like, stop. Stop it. All right? The star signs, they're ancient. We figured these ancient times because it's the position of the stars. But remember, stars are moving at hundreds of thousands of miles per hour, moving quicker and quicker away from each other. The stars are no longer aligned the way they were in ancient times. They're always moving. And something's always moving, changing shape at all times. You cannot have, like, oh, this star sign, because a star sign is no longer a star sign. It's always changing. So astrology should not be looked at as some sort of philosophical or, thing to take seriously. It's for fun. It is a fortune cookie. And the readings they give, it's called cold readings. They're all bland. My favorite example is the one like, well, I'm a Taurus, so I'm stubborn. Okay. I could go up to literally anybody and say, I'm detecting stubbornness in you. And literally, that's such a vague statement. Everybody's stubborn about something. I'm stubborn about finishing these jujus. I was thinking jujubes. These jubes. Alright? Some people are stubborn about leaving their girlfriend. Some people are stubborn about the shows they watch. Stubborn is such a vague term. It's all vague terms. If you can apply it easily to yourself because we like to make connections with things. That's how you work. It's crazy, isn't it? So, with that being said, and keeping in mind that it's a fortune cookie kind of thing, just for fun, I decided to finally do it. I'm going to see if this quiz can guess my zodiac sign. And I'll let you know what my zodiac sign is. Can be no Scorpio sign or anything on the comments very much. Let's see if this can figure it out. Alright. So, which of these words describes you the least? Alright. Tough, clingy, disinterested, pushover, boring, go with the flow. Heartless, consistent, shy, lazy, independent, impulsive. So a lot of these are buzzwords. These are like all things that people find amusing to find in themselves. For me, least... disinterested. Which of these colors do you identify with the most? Yellow's my favorite, but is that what I identify with the most? Believe it or not, wait, is white a color? Okay, white is a color. Okay, I couldn't tell if that's just part of the screen or not. So yellow's my favorite color because I own video game console stuff and everything's fucking black. My TV's black, the cords are black, my lamp is black. I have black trim, like everything. So I like to have more color. And I realized after a while, I began to really like yellow because it's not, people are like, well, it's not black to do white. I want a bright, fun color. I don't want a neutral color. And I just like yellow. Yellow's a great color. Logically, it makes sense for me. But do I identify with yellow the most? I guess, honestly, maybe it's more of a magenta because I do get a little hot-headed. But I'm also loving and fun. And this gives me happy vibes. This gives me happy vibes. Because I'm generally a happy guy. So I'll say magenta. What do you think the worst quality is? My worst? This is asking about the worst of me. I like to compromise. I get jealousies. I can be a control freak. Take things too far. I can be really impulsive. I can be too self-interested. I can be know-it-all. I don't like sharing. I buy it from like a chew. I'm not reliable. I cry way too easy. I can be a little too dramatic. What don't I like about my worst quality? Dead air. Absolutely fucking dead. I think take things too far, maybe? Be really impulsive. Oh, this is hard, man. I think I'd be really impulsive. Maybe. If you could spend a day inside of a movie, what genre would it be? Rom-com, fantasy, comedy, coming of age, drama, sci-fi, true crime, horror, action, animated, dark comedy, mystery. Okay, logically, it'd be rom-com. Here's why. In rom-com, there's no real damage, just stupid bullshit, and then everyone's happy. The problem with rom-coms are they are devoid of humor despite comedy being in the name. They all have the exact same fucking jokes, but if I'm in a rom-com, I don't find that funny anyway. Same thing goes for a comedy. So I think fantasy. No, I need my AC coming of age. Those can be interesting too, but they're normally tragic, drama, can be tragic, sci-fi. Sci-fi can be so cool. Day inside of a movie. I might die in sci-fi. Just playing sci-fi movies where the main characters die. True crime, be cool too, but there's a lot of death Animated, dark comedy, mystery. Isn't true crime and mystery kind of the same thing? I guess maybe this is like, about the villain. Sci-fi. I want to see the cool shit in sci-fi. What is your role in my friend group? So I invite everyone over. I bring snacks. I send everyone funny memes. I'm the mom friend. I'm your mom's friend. Oh yeah. I went there. Come on, Jubes. Can I get in my mouth? Get in my mouth. Jeez, you're like my dad. If the fucking keep saying it. I'm in charge of the aux cord. Lately, I have been. Because I have such a big variety of music, I've been getting a lot of respect for my Spotify playlist. I keep the group chat alive. I do that. Pick up the friend who can't drive. I have done that. I'm the friend who can't drive. I take candid pictures of everyone. I get us into trouble. I'm the life of the party. I'm one of the best outfits. Okay, I don't want to be an asshole, be super cocky. Because I don't like to be this guy. But a lot of parties I go to, I just turn to a goofball and talk to people. We're going back and forth. We're laughing. We're having a really good time. And then I notice people tend to join in. Because I've noticed this over the past year. I have been the life of the party. Not to be a cocky asshole, but I'm being honest here, at least, So life of the party. If I was a dessert, what would I be? A lava cake, macaroons, berry pie, lemon bars, gelato, crepe cake. Crepe cake? Look at that. That's so rainbow and pretty. Shaved ice, Rice Krispie treats, brownies, freak shake. Looks awesome. Chocolate souffle and chocolate chip cookies. So if I had to pick any of these, it would probably be lava cake for sure. 100% lava cake. But the freak shake, I think, feels more in my wheelhouse because there's so much that goes on in a freak shake. A freak shake is essentially a shake, but you put like a ton of shit in it. So it's not everything's blended. Some things are blended, some things aren't. So you can have like vanilla ice cream, but you put in like a shit ton of toppings on top, and then you can put like a cheeseburger on top of it if you want. Just put that in the cream. And that's what it shows here. And I'm assuming that's what a freak shake is. Berry pie sounds good too. Oh, dude. My favorite pie, if it was Dutch apple, that's my favorite. Lava cake. Bars. I think it would be freak shake. Which of these things is the most satisfying to you? Checking the last thing off my to-do list, knowing people knowing who I am, eating my favorite meal and watching my favorite movie, getting someone to tell me the school/office gossip, owning fancy expensive things, calling someone out when they say something ignorant, happy crying at the end of a movie, being more successful than someone who wronged me, being more successful than the person who wronged me, spite, baby, finishing a project I've been working on forever. When someone I don't like faces the consequences of their actions, ooh, that is very satisfying. Find the perfect one-of-a-kind item to add to my carefully curated closet. Nope. The feeling you walk out of a movie theater and feel as if you're still in the movie. I haven't had that. I maybe had that maybe once or twice, but I can't think of a time I was in a movie theater and I was like, holy crap, I feel like I'm still in this movie. Like, no, I haven't had that in a while. So I think satisfying. I think it might be finishing a project I've worked on forever. Because there's a lot of things I worked hard on, I put a lot of effort and time into, and usually I don't get the results I want. Usually I make something that's really well done, well crafted, and it gets ignored. But finishing it is always satisfying. I always feel good, even if no one really watches it. So that's it. Finishing a project, working on forever. What is the biggest red flag when it comes to potential friends or partners? They're not interesting. That's probably it. They're lazy. They can't take a joke. They don't follow rules. They roast me too much. They're not as chaotic as I am. They're stubborn. They're too confrontational. Goody two shoes, clingy, introvert, extrovert. No, they're not interesting. I've been on dates with women, and they're not bad people. There's nothing wrong with them, but I'm thinking to myself, in a relationship, do I have to be the one coming up with all the interesting, fun things? Should that be entirely my responsibility? And no, I'm sorry. You need to have a passion. You need to have something I can latch onto, even if I'm not interested in myself. Just be passionate about something. Do something that's interesting. I don't want to be like, what do you do? Oh, I sit home and I watch Netflix. And to me, that's you. That's fine, but that's just not what I want. I want to come home like, hey, let's do something. Let's go fucking bowling or something, and be like, yeah, let's do it. Like, that's what I want. So, and finally, which of these things would you rather receive as a gift? Cold hard cash, baked goods, concert tickets, nice jewelry, all expenses paid vacation, spa / self-care day, a surprise party, an autographed copy of my favorite book, something fun and unexpected like a deck of tarot cards, a me-themed scavenger hunt. My God, what would my scavenger hunt even be? That should be topic. What would my scavenger hunt even be? A me-themed scavenger hunt. It'll probably see garbage, it's little garbage, dog food, and diarrhea. Something practical I wouldn't buy for myself. Something handmade and thoughtful. Oh, man. What would I rather see as a gift? Cold hard cash is fine. Look, there's nothing with cold hard cash. I can use it for bills and stuff. But concert tickets usually imply I'm going with somebody. And actually, to me, it does mean a lot. When someone's like, hey man, I care about you, I want to do some really fun with you. Here, I'm going to put this forward. That means a lot to me. So it's either concert tickets, a surprise party. Because just having someone else to spend time with me is something I cherish. I treasure that. My problem with concerts, though, is it's really loud. It's really hard to talk to whoever we're talking to. Good memories and stuff, but it's like, I think it'd be a surprise party. Because it's for me as a gift, so I guess it's narcissistic anyway. But it's like, it's not fun unless both sides are reciprocating or getting something out of it. So I'd say concert tickets because that's just easier to get. It's easier to plan out, and everyone just has a good time. There's not a lot of stress that goes with it. There's not cleanup either. So concert tickets. Aries. March 21st, April 19th. Yeah, you're definitely an excitable, chaotic Aries. You're ambitious, passionate, and you hate nothing more than being bored or told what to do. You like to act all big and tough. Not really. But in reality, you're a baby. You get a little impatient, but you got things to do and won't tolerate people getting in the way. Kind of accurate. Kind of. See, right here, though, this whole thing right here, that's incredibly inaccurate. This right here is going to apply to most people. Actually, this is something people might find cute. They want to find in themselves, and so they are going to attach it. Because, oh, it's cute. Yeah, it's totally me. Look at me. Aren't I quirky? Yeah. And the only quirk they have is that they watched 2 episodes of The Office back to back, which, by the way, was a quirky thing that someone told me they did. I'm quirky. I like to watch multiple episodes of The Office back to back. And, like, no one does that. For real. Wow, crazy, huh? Sit in front of TV for 40 minutes. Nuts. So, no, this is, I'm not an Aries. You know what? I'm not going to tell people my birthday. I'm going to keep challenging people, all right? I'm going to keep challenging people until they get it right. Because once again, I know it's not psychic, but I only need 9 questions to answer to correctly guess your zodiac sign. There's plenty of these things I've seen, but I've had people guess my zodiac sign, and they've been wrong every fucking time. And it's funny. I know people, my actual sign was the second to last thing they guessed. There's only one thing left they could have guessed, and they're like, well, I'm on astrology, and I am super like psychic and in tune with the universe. And of course, if I do tell them, oh hey, you got it right. Oh, I was feeling that. It's a favorite. You guys, how many zodiac signs are there? Hold on, how many are there? 12? Because I don't feel like counting. How many zodiac signs are there? 12. All right. So after 11 guesses. Oh, I was totally feeling that one. Oh, I could feel it in the universe. It makes sense now. It doesn't make any it didn't make sense to you. Unless it made sense to you that it's the last one left besides one other one. Still, this was a little fun thing to do. You know, I do think these are kind of fun. You know, they're not to be taken seriously, of course, but they're fun. I think more people should do these and just, like I said, they're not real. They're not accurate. They're just bullshit. But have fun with it, you know? And I think at the end of the day, that's what really matters. If you really do believe in this, you think I'm just an asshole. If you have fun doing this, then do it. You know, who gives a shit? Just do what you... If you haven't, just do it. You know, who cares what I say? I mean, you should still subscribe and like, but, like, who cares what I say, right? Guys, oh, God. Well, that's all I got from the docket today. It is. Another solo episode out of the way, but next Saturday, we have the Halloween special! And I'm excited about the Halloween special. It's going to be fucking tight. It's going to be fun. We're going to have candy. We're going to have... Blackie won't be able to make it, unfortunately. Blackie Chan, he can't make it. He has stuff going on that kind of came up, which it's alright. But it's going to be a fun episode. And he will be with us at some point. I think he said the weekend after. So it's going to be a fun episode. Hope to see you all there. And I'll be making more Vibox bits. And I'll see you guys later. I am